This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Nix. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Garoppolo got a man, Slayton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
11.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Will Fuller, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Under 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ready, set, Mike 51. All day, tight end left. Everyone got 4 down. Show it up, show it up. Deuce. Slam. Anyway.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Saints nothing.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. The open man is Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Ready. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, check. Jump.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
4th down, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Nix. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go. 65.
They'll run on 1st down. Nix. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Nix. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Saints nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
51 to Mike. Coming to you, coming to you. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go, let's go. Zoom, zoom. I got you.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Hey, watch the slant. Go, Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 43.
Jackson now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Ringer, guys. Fight 51. Fight.
From the gun, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's got daylight. It's It's a foot race. 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On first down, Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
All day, dog. Mike 51. Mike 50 go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is Cook with a grab. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go play action now. Jackson. Got a man, that's Quinn. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Jackson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Not today, you won't.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nix. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here we go. Like 20.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Will Fuller, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point from McManus is good. And it is 28-0.
Packers 28, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Cook. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First down, New Orleans.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Packers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.